all, I can't get it off no more. It means everything. Sometimes I look at that rain, I think that I'm waiting for the hope. Sometimes I look at that rain, I know. Other times I look at that rain, I know. I'm just an asshole. Little children, smiles and kisses, making you feel warm inside. I love my family. Never know until my friends you've tried. Sometimes I look at the rain, I think I can regain control. Sometimes I look at the rain, and I wait for the agony of being wrong. S is for the spirit of a country song. The rest for sarcasm, that's her specialty. H is for the heart that put me here. Oh, I don't regret it for a moment, dear. L is the loss I feel in my soul. E like everything. Altogether that spells love. Children, smiles and kisses, making you feel warm inside. Love like that, just know until I'm glad you tried. Sometimes I look at that rain and I think I can regain control. Sometimes I look at that rain and I know. Sometimes I look at that rain and I know it's the agony of being wrong again. S is for the concept of a country sprain, and the rest for sarcasm, that's your specialty. H is for the heart that put me here. Oh, I don't regret it for a moment, dear. L is the loss I feel in my soul. E like everything. Altogether that spells love. I look down at my hand, I see a little golden rain. Gold means forevermore. Always running is the spring. Sometimes I look like rain. I know it's taking its time. Like I've been born when I'm I got many answers and I know. I got many ideas and I know. I'm in love.
Yes, Dr. Chadbourne, this is Jerry McFadden from the San Francisco Medical Association. We've had quite a few reports of you practicing medicine, as it were, in the San Francisco County area. Well, we've been searching and we've been trying to find your certificate of accomplishment from any qualified and accredited medical institution here in the country and in our list of affiliates around the world. We can't seem to find any kind of accreditation for you. So if you would return my call at area code 415.
It takes longer saying yes than saying no. And yes is a longer word, you know. One more letter, you'll never forget her. It takes longer saying yes than saying no. Every time I go down to the grocery store, there's a message for me there, and it's not about nuclear war. They've printed it in big red letters on every bag of brown. put it on the billboards that look down on our town. It took me longer saying yes than saying no. And it made me more experienced, you know. That extra F meant a challenge and a success. It takes longer saying yes than saying no. There's a place to go for help if it's killing you. And there's no waiting list, they just cast a spell on you. Counselors and teachers bitching about temporary wage suspension. First lady special son to broadcast relieving tension. It took longer going alone than I will. A little light in the air won't make the time stand still. Be clean like the family on Bonanza. Get hooked on our propaganda. It says say no, never think about it. How many of them slimy weasels will even have the guts to admit it? When I was young and reckless, I may have trifled with it. And though it all went into making me what I am, you're better off ignoring my example. Just follow my plan. It takes longer saying yes than saying no. If you're in a hurry, you know the way to go. One more letter, and then you've met her. It takes longer saying yes than saying no. It takes longer saying yes than saying no. It takes longer saying yes than saying no.
Don't bother me. Now, a minute, I got my Wait up, Eugene! Why? Because if I take a bath in the phone base till I'm there, still home, then how they don't sit there for an hour.
You say you don't care to remember her. You call me a hypocrite. You said I saw rough times with my long hair and my beard. You weren't there to share our tears when they put her body in the ground. I'm the one who lived in freedom. You're the one who's feeling sad. You're only 17. You still live with mom and dad. Now the sound of her voice makes you quake. Mesmerized by memories of ancient fights you had. You said you'll never go back, but you still live with mom and dad. You escaped your chains dangling. Who answered the door when you remembered where you came from? You were there at 31, and you're still there with Dad and Mom. And he can pretend pretend it doesn't hurt him. You hate the sound of his voice, and nobody speaking's got a choice. You weren't there to share our tears. Now you face a destiny. Moving from room to room, a carpet packing in the gloom. You left home a newborn. You still live with mom and dad. Yeah, you still live with mom and dad.
The first thing that was different, we were told during assembly that from now on we must greet our teachers with our arm up and Heil Hitler, and the same before and after each class. And a lot of the children in school were for the Nazis, but whenever you're told to do something in school, that doesn't mean that you're going to like it. So a lot of the children did not like that we had to say Heil Hitler. And so for a few weeks, we would hide. We would try to avoid teachers in the corridors and so forth, so we wouldn't have to say Heil Hitler. But that wore off.
Lying down is fine, lying is not. Lining up is necessary, lying is wrong. A friend of mine told me to lie. Now I gotta worry and sing a liar song. Words are dirt. Lighten up your makeup, they may up King Kong. That old lady was a whopper of a lie. So now we gotta worry and sing a liar song. Tell me what has happened. The facts. I'll have to be like your shadow, watching behind your back. Just another little bit of life. Now I gotta worry and sing a liar song. Now you've got to run away and sing the liar song. Just a little white lie, that's all. Now we've got to run away and sing the liar song.
I remember that we were told that Hitler was a painter, and I raised my hand and it said, in which art gallery may we see his paintings? So the teacher said, he's a house painter.
I see.
So I said, oh, you mean if I wanted to have my bathroom painted, I'll call Mr. Hitler? And by that time, the whole class was laughing, and the teacher was furious, and I was told to sit down and keep my mouth shut for the rest of the week at least.
Born to be bad, she came to the city. Everyone knew it wasn't a damn pity. She never knew love, she knew a lot about hate.
Some people said as the girl got older, some folks said she just got colder. Everyone shrugged their shoulders and called it fate. Well, it's too damn bad, but it doesn't hurt. Nobody ever cared, they should. It's too damn bad what they made of her, 'cause now she's too damn bad for her own good. All too soon she was on her own, left by herself all alone. She had to make her way. She started out right before too long. Wrong was right, right was wrong, good was bad. She had Satan to pay. Oh well, it's too damn bad, but it doesn't hurt. Nobody ever cared the way they should. It's too damn bad what they made of her. Now she's too damn bad for her own good. All the terrible things of a terrible life, all the dope and the booze and the razor sharp knife, all came together on a terrible night of crime. Some folks knew who to blame, the judge knew too, but it's all the same. He said forever. And forever is a long, long time. Well, it's too damn bad, nobody loved her. Nobody ever cared the way they should. Too damn bad what they made of her. She's too damn bad for her own good. Too damn bad for her own good. Too damn bad for her own good. Yeah, and forever's a long, long time. On the true line. I was young and left my home and moved away to Las Vegas. With my guitar and my dreams, I had to try to play and sing in Vegas. Mama told me I was wrong, and she begged me to stay home, but my will was strong. I had to make it big in Vegas. Well, put my name up in the lights when I'm playing. Line out front will be so damn long. I'll get a standing ovation from the people when I start picking my first song.
Interviewing Jesse Jackson
When I turn them on
at the Underground
in
Las Vegas, of course. Hey, Jesse, let's hear it.
I've played every honky-tonk and smoky bar in Vegas. And I guess Dr. Chadbourne don't have what it takes.
Las Vegas. To
Vegas.
visit the legendary Stardust Cowboy at the Underground.
But my dream still lingers on. Oh, my faith is almost gone. My little song. I'm gonna make it big in Vegas. They'll put my name in lights when I'm playing.
This is the one and only
Line out front will belong.
legendary Stardust Cowboy.
Get a standing ovation from the people when I start picking my first song, Paralyzed. When I paralyze them in Las Vegas. When I turn them on and chill them out in Vegas.
Okay, Jesse Jackson, that was good. That was great. Moving around the underground register right now. Let's see. Got this rolling microphone here. See what else we can pick up going on around here. I got too many heartaches for you. Heartaches! Oh, my heartaches and it breaks for you.
And he said, well, they drew a swastika on our door. And we're Jews. It didn't mean, and I didn't know what it was. And I said, well, what kind of a swastika? How? Oh, he said it was chalk. So I said, well, don't fuss about it. You can wipe it off. It would be worse if it was paint.
I see.
And another thing that happened in school was another change in the curriculum, that we were taught racism.
Yes.
Or racial science, or whatever you want to call it. And we were taught about the superior German race and about all the other people who are inferior. And about the Jews being an inferior race, and they were sitting right there saying nothing. And the teacher picked people from the class as examples. In my generation, when a teacher said something, you thought it was true. And I really believed that, the other people weren't as good.
I see.
And then one day, a girl raised her hand in school and said, my parents don't want me to sit next to a Jewish girl. We had these double benches. And so the teacher said, okay, and said to the girl, go sit next to Gisela. And the girl came and sat next to me.
The Jewish girl.
Yeah, and she was a friend of mine. But I didn't like the idea of there's somebody inferior that somebody isn't wanting to sit with, and they make that person sit with me. That didn't suit me at all. So I got up and I said, I don't want to sit with her either. I mean, who am I, after all? So the teacher says, well, we can't go on like this from now on. If your parents object to anybody you sit with, you please bring a letter from home, and we'll take care of it then. So I went home with great excitement, and I said to my father, I want you to write a letter that I'm not to sit next to Hannah Littman. I even remember her name. And my father said, well, why? You play with her every afternoon. What's going on? And I said, well, she's Jewish. And my father said, so what? And I said, well, nobody else wants to sit with her, and some other people in class don't sit, their parents don't want them to sit with Jewish girls, and I don't see why I should be the one that they're put next to. So my parents turned pale. But he said, your grandparents were Jewish. I nearly fell under the table. And he said, and according to the Nazis, that makes you a non-Aryan, that makes you a Jew. And so you have no right to go and say that you don't want to sit with Hannah, because the next thing is going to, if the others find out, they won't want to sit with you. So I said, my goodness, what am I going to do now? That was the only thing I could think of. I mean, nothing else affected me. I just said, what am I going to do? How am I going to go back to school? What am I going to say? And my father said, you say nothing. But he said, it's very possible that in the next election people will vote differently, the Nazis will be out again, and the whole thing will be forgotten. So there is no sense in making a big deal and having everybody in town know about it.
Now don't you worry about the country. Don't worry about the South. Don't worry about the USA. Eat your barbecue. Shut your mouth. At a diner in Tennessee, he did not leave a tip. Just a business card on the napkin says you've been honored to serve the Grand Wizard. Now, the reason we're white today is just because of segregation. The pure white race is gonna save the nation. And now it's time. We keep the KKK in line. Around the night they lynched old Sonny Brown. His neck snapped like a twig. Could have been the cops or the KKK. In this town, it's the same damn thing. Take off these blues, put on these whites. We're gonna wait for the cover of the night. And now it's time. We keep the police in line. Travel all around the world, wherever you go. Mention a little southern town called Greensboro. Nobody knows the smiling faces, they only know the shame brought on that town by the FBI and the KKK. I think it's time. We keep the FBI in line. Virgil Griffin hanging off a cliffin', only that you could save him. Now will he take that outstretched hand, or will he stay a pure white southern man? And if the black man came and stomped on Virgil's hands, I'm telling you right now, I would not give a damn. It's time. We keep racists in line. So I chopped off the Grand Wizard's head, mashed out all his brains, left his stinking carcass on a burning cross. It's a barbecue from us to the KKK. It's a barbecue from us to the KKK. Don't worry about the country. Don't worry about the South. Don't worry about the USA. Just eat your barbecue and shut your mouth.
That was a genuine toucan. Now I'm going to do a tiger cry from Africa. Now we're going to do one of Tarson's elephant cries. That was an elephant cry from Tarson. And just about now we see a guy plowing up the street on a motor scooter.
Oh, the mountain men on the lamb from Vacaville in the Bob Marshall wilderness broke into a ranger's hut just to steal 3 cans of beans. Took a Polaroid camera, a tablecloth, and a stack of magazines. Oh, the mountain men, they're so proud to be living off the land. Took a shot by the campfire, and there's one less partner to split with. We'll let Smokey the Bear bury the body somewhere. Leave a snapshot for the papers, grinning with our guns. Oh, don't it look like we're having fun? Oh, the mountain man with a special statement about living off the land. They ran out of proviso, so they robbed a little town. Oh, living off the land the best they can. Then the weather got cold. One guy got an ear infection. Another one's foot got blown off in a pot farmer's booby trap. Now he's limping down the mountain, and his buddy's coughing up crap. So they called their lawyers and announced a press conference. Oh, the mountain man, announcing formally that they're turning themselves in. the mountain man, announcing formally they're turning themselves in.
There was a feeling in a lot of the population, I think, that there had to be another war and that you had to win that. When I was a child, I always thought it was like playing a game of chess or checkers, and when you lose a game, you play another one and you try to win. And it's that way with wars. And so we had lost a war, and there would have to be another one that we would win. And people thought that Hitler maybe was the guy to put things right.
Some people were proud when we blew up the oil platform. They hollered out loud, "Yay, we blew up an oil platform." Some people were scared when we blew up the oil platform. They said, "Beware, don't go blowing up oil platforms." It didn't scare the Marines. We had to leave two at the bottom of the sea, the fishes and the mermaids and the pieces of the oil platform. They told their families, "If I ever get lost or don't come back, just remember I was doing what I wanna do." And little sister said, "I'm gonna hold on to that thought, 'cause the news the Marines brought is Big Brother is at the bottom of the Persian Gulf." The headline proclaimed, "We blew up an oil platform." An Iranian warplane said, "Martyr, do your duty." And little sister said, "I'm gonna hold on to that thought, 'cause the news the Marines brought is Big Brother is at the bottom of the Persian Gulf." The headline proclaimed, "A helicopter is missing." Not till the second day did they admit a man was in it, and they're not looking anymore for the brave, brave man who helped blow up the oil platform. And they'll have plenty of company down at the bottom of the Persian Gulf, with every jet plane, missile, tugboat that's been sunk until there's no more water, just bloody oily gunk. An old man shoots at some tin cans nailed to a tree. He's pissed off, but it's not all right with me. A woman carrying a child unborn. Uncle Sam is much more proud of the bullseye someone hit on the oil platform. Daddy's never coming home, but it's not really a war. It's just the price of your gasoline oil platform. And how they lied about why they blew up the oil platform. And then they cried when someone died blowing up the oil platform. And in a few more weeks they'll have to blow up another one. And a Marine's wife says, "I'll hold on to that thought, 'cause the news is going on and on." Everybody winds up at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. That was my lover at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. Baby's daddy, the bottom of the Persian Gulf. My brother at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. So many others at the bottom of the Persian Gulf.
I must have taken a rolling tour in somewhere north of Tehran.
Patty, I'm the legendary Stardust Cowboy, speaking for Bugles. Good old Stardust Bugles.
Carpet.
Oh, dear.
Brand new carpet. This man's so clump.
Do you come from Australia?
Oh, no. I'm from right here in New York City. I've been there, though. I've been everywhere, literally. You name a place, and I've been there. Go ahead, name a place.
Fairbanks, Alaska.
I've been there. Been all over Alaska. Yes, Fairbanks, Juneau, Anchorage, Nome, Sitka, Seward. I spent 4 months there in
Where are you
38.
folks from?
Well,
I'm from Omaha. Guys from Baltimore.
Omaha's a good city. Baltimore is, too.
Do you travel for business?
Well, business and pleasure both. I'm 79, and I've been going one place or another since I was 10. You name a place, I've been there.
Ah, steak's ready. Don't rush your drinks now.
All right, now I can hear it. I was riding down the old Winnemucca Road when up came a Sammy truck riding low. He said, "You going to Winnemucca, man? I'll give you a ride." So I grabbed my guitar and I hopped inside. He said, "Have you ever seen a road with so much dust and sand?" I said, "Hey, Betty, I've seen every road in this land. I've been everywhere, I breathe the mountain air across the despair. Travel, I've had my share, I've been everywhere."
Hey, Eugene, where you been?
I've been everywhere, Steve. Aren't you listening? I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Buffalo, Buenos Aires, Canberra, Bridgetown, Brussels, Thimbuktu, La Paz, Rangoon, Phnom Penh, Ottawa, Bangor, Colombo, San Diego, Peking, Nashville, Bogota. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I breathe that mountain air across that desert fair. Travel, I've had my share. I've been everywhere.
Eugene, where are you going?
I'm going everywhere. San Jose, Havana, Prague, Porto Novo, Copenhagen, Austin, Saratoga Springs, Quinto, Cairo, San Domingo, Tulsa, San Salvador, Helsinki, Taipei, Paris, Addis Ababa. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I breathe that mountain air and I cross the desert fair. Travel, I've had my share. I've been everywhere.
Hey, Eugene, you going to Farm Hay with Neil Young?
Oh, boss, I'm going everywhere looking for that.
I bet you're growing old.
I've been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Victoriaville, Sioux City, St. Louis, Berlin, London, Athens, Georgetown, Budapest, Beijing, Tehran, Baghdad, Dublin, Jerusalem, Bologna, Udine, Pistoia. I've been everywhere. Hey, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I breathe the mountain air. I've helped my bun bear. Hey, I've had my share. I've been everywhere.
Thanks. Where you headed?
I don't know. Everywhere, I think.
Can I give you a lift?
Been to Tokyo, Sendai, Tokonami, Hiroshima, Nairobi, Kuwait, Beirut, Belgrade, Pittsburgh, Framingham, Lyle, Khartoum, Freetown, Oslo, Warsaw, Lisbon, Nottingham, Oslo, Hackensack, Dayton. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I've breathed the mountain air. Across the desert. Travel, I've had my share. I've been everywhere. You know, there's only one place I haven't been.
Where's that, Eugene?
Alcatraz. How can we protect
protect ourselves from catastrophe created by leaders who are impaired neurologically. When the President of the USA can't remember what he's heard and seen, sounds like severe symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. For impeachment, you need permission, but my Presidential Disability Commission could force retirement early due to deterioration prematurely. It's true that Europe fell in a pile because its leaders were all senile. Back in the days of the Weimar Republic, there was senile old von Hindenburg. He was such a rotten leader. It paved the way for Hitler. Then another doddering old man in Poland named Joseph Pilsudski. He told Hitler, "Come on in, y'all can have our country." French Field Marshal Philippe Pétain, he was 90 years old when he sold his country to the Nazis for some butter and a roll. And Woodrow Wilson was a patsy back in Versailles in 1919. Strokes, hypertension, and encephalitis couldn't compete intellectually. Our President Franklin D, he was so sick he couldn't see. Oh, it was worse than water. They called it vegetate. Winston Churchill turned into a potato. He had cerebrovascular insufficiency, so they replaced him with Anthony Eden, a psychotic shooting amphetamine. Oh, Eisenhower's heart, oh, it just don't kick right. So it's Vice President Richard Nixon who's in charge tonight. The White House doctors hold a press conference. Well, it's just another cover-up that will be over when it's time to water the president. We can't let the disasters of history have a chance to repeat themselves. Is there any protection from leaders neurologically impaired?